The Interact tools have honestly transformed the way that we assess residents, and it's been a great improvement to the care. The Stop and Watch is kind of the beginning point of those tools. Any department, any family member that notices any kind of change in a resident are able to access and utilize those forms. So it's a starting point if they notice something different with a resident.
So we put the Stop and Watches in little plastic containers on the nurses' stations, and we have some in the Director of Nursing office. So when families feel like they see something with their loved one, they are encouraged to fill those out, and they really enjoy doing that. They think it's a great opportunity to be an advocate for their loved one.
So the Stop and Watch is helpful as a starting point. Then if further assessment is needed, that's when the SBAR comes into play.
So SBAR is situation, background, assessment, and then response. So situation is what's going on, with the resident. So the first thing that it asks on the SBAR is, what are you calling for? What is this about? Resident has been having a fever of 101.6 with ear pain. That's what it's about. Then it'll go into the background. So then they talk about, what were the vital signs? What's their background history? What are some of their diagnoses from before? And then we'll go into the assessment where they do every body system, assess the resident, see if we can find anything that triggers us as to what might be going on. And then the R's for response, what our plan is going to be. So what are we going to do? What are we going to ask the doctor for? What are we going to try to get done for this person? Once that's all filled out, you got the complete picture, then you can call the doctor and kind of have a better plan in place.
We started weekly nurses meetings. So as part of that, we were able to go through every week the Stop and Watch process, the SBAR process. How many SBARs did we have? We would take examples of SBARs that had been done that week and take the residents' information out and talk about, were they done correctly and completely? Was that person able to stay here, or did we have to hospitalize? And share that data with the nurses, and they really began to understand the process.
I love the outcomes. I love seeing that the families and the residents are happy, and then having the residents say, I'm so glad I did not have to go to the hospital. I really thought I was going to have to go.
These tools really do work if you use them correctly, and if all of your staff understand why we're using them and how important they are.